It is time to talk about The Boys Presents Diabolical. Again, I don't have a tagline. I'm an idiot. Do you have a tagline for this?
So I'm not supposed to curse, so let's go with crappy friends do crappy things.
Say the same word twice. Mine was going to be very violent, very gross. The Boys Presents Diabolical is an 8-episode season of less than 15-minute episodes. They're very short. Premiered Friday, March 4th. They're all one-shots written and directed by different people, so the animation style tends to be fairly different for each. And then how you talk about this is challenging without just talking about every one, right? So
Right.
instead of doing that, because they do tend to differ in, I would say, quality,
tone, style.
Yes. Do you have a favorite of these 8? Or do you have some that you liked a lot, even if it's more than one?
Going with the trend of the last couple weeks, the first episode was very fun and different. It's not what I expected at all, especially out of the first episode. Being like the old school cartoon, but they're saying saying more with less.
We all have nostalgia for cartoons that are violent and wordless, or at least us elder
So that was a big
millennials do.
standout.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a big standout for me. The anime style one was like goofy and fine.
The anime style one.
Yeah, with the poop friend.
I like the art style of that one.
I don't think the story was very great, but it was just
Yeah.
like it stood out for they're standing out for whichever reasons they stand out.
Yeah, exactly. Did you have a favorite though?
I don't know.
Did you like any of these particularly or no?
They were all fine. They they all had like enough of them had like a decent joke, or like whether it's visual or verbal gag.
I think you'd have liked 3 a lot if you'd seen the comic at all.
Cocaine one there. Okay.
Yeah. And I think you would have liked 8 a lot if you'd watched the show. Because 8 was kind of a prequel to where you pick up in season 1 of The Boys. Season 1 of the live action show is way beyond where episode 8 was. So I feel like episode 8 would have been better for you if you had an idea of the characters more. Also, the ending would have been less surprising too, though. Because they're just like The Boys is basically like Justice League if they were all actual psychos.
Yes. And corporate run.
Yeah, and how they'd be and probably like in real life, because they'd be not well-adjusted people at all. Did you have a least favorite?
What was the 4th episode?
Oh, the one where people, they put the cream on their face.
Yeah.
You didn't like that one? I like that one a lot. I liked how it was a take on becoming someone else to make your life easier or become different looking, and how it was just quick fame. That was pretty cool. But yeah, my favorites were probably 3 and 8, because 3 was very much, they did the art of these all in the style, if the person that wrote it had a style, or the person who directed it. The 3rd one looks just like the comic book. And then, like I said, the 8th one is very much a prequel almost to the show. Least favorite goes, I really didn't like 5. The poop one.
Yeah.
Like, the art style was cool, but the story was it's just bad.
It was silly.
Yeah. Did this give you any interest in watching The Boys TV show?
Not particularly, but I know I'm going to watch it anyways at some point. So
yeah,
I'm not like,
definitely should. It's good. I think you'd like it.
I've heard a lot of great things about it.
Yeah, I would recommend the live action show well over this, but some of the episodes in this are great. Like I said, I think if you like the violence and wordlessness of older cartoons, episode 1's pretty fun. If you're a Justin Roiland fan, you're going to like episode 2, even though it's probably the most fucked up violently, I would say.
Yeah.
3's in the style of the original comic, which I liked. I like the message of 4. I like the art style of 5, even though I think the story is pretty bad. 6 was pretty good in comparison to the 5, the story-wise, the people getting divorced. 7 had the best message, and 8 was the closest to the actual live-action show. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend this to people that have not seen The Boys or read the comic book. The Boys Presents Diabolical is definitely for fans of The Boys. If you're not a fan, I would skip it until you watch The Boys, which you should do.